Hello everyone, and welcome to part 2 of the Battlestar Galactica Cylon Basestar. Today we're going to actually start working on painting the hull, getting that all painted up with its base color, so let's get started. Well, welcome back everyone. As you can see, before we got all the holes drilled for the hangar bays and all the lights that I want in the trenches, and then I went through and hit this with a silver to reflect the lighting once we get the lighting going on in here. The gray, it was already grayish silver, already wasn't reflective enough. So, and then I decided to do a little pre-shading and just spray the whole thing with a primer black. And then I went and sprayed 3 coats of I got Anita's Rainy Day Gray, and I mixed a little white in with it, and I think like 8 drops. I think I did 5 milliliters of the Rainy Gray and 8 drops of some white. Mixed that together and gave it a light coat on that, and it's actually looking pretty cool. I still got the shading from the black, which looks great. And then I think I kind of like where it's setting at. So then what I'm going to do is mist it. I believe this might add another level of pain in the neck when it comes to fixing seams. Because this is going to be our seam spot here. This edge. So I'm just thinking about it. Is that something I want to do now or do it later? But I'm going to have to do some of it now unless I wait to detail the blue and the whites that are on the box. Now that's the inner saucer, so this won't get it. I think it gets some blues on the outer edges here. As you can see, there's some blues underneath there because that's what these saucers are. But to do this, I wanted to do that while they were in halves. But what I want to do is mist it with a white, or well, not a white, a lighter gray. I have a Deco Arts Sky Gray, which is really light, and I can mist over top of it. But now that I'm thinking about it, I don't want the contrast of that. Yeah, I don't want that contrast of the blue to be so contrasty, so I might actually wait till the end to do that, because I'm just thinking if I have to touch up anything, it's just going to be a pain to touch up and then mist. Actually, it probably would. Any little grays that I get in there, I can just, so I might go for it anyway and try it and see if I can still touch it up. I should be able to. I have the mixture down for this gray. And these pieces seem to fit. I just painted this, and I love how the craft acrylics. I think it's supposed to be A and B and C and D. This is C, the inner, and this is D, which I think is supposed to be the bottom. So see if we can get these together. Let's see what type of seams we're dealing with. Really not that bad. Some here that we'd probably want to get rid of. And we're definitely going to have to fix all these here. Just how rough they look. They're not exactly aligned, and I could just file them. But all in all, it's not that bad, and I don't mind some of the unevenness and ruggedness of it. So I might be okay with that. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go for it. Now the fun part is getting these apart again, because they do fit together really nice. I do gotta give that to an older kit, and they don't seem to be overly warped either. Usually I'd have a saucer that would be, especially a kit this old, you'd have a saucer that's kind of, these big dishes like this would kind of get a little, where's that other peg? Right there. That one. Alright, but I don't want to touch this too much because I can actually start rubbing the gray off the black, which I think I did right there, but that's okay. So I'm going to mist that with that light gray. So I figure I'd give you an update. I'm going to continue painting. It's pretty boring. It's just layering coats. It's the cracked acrylic, so it takes a couple coats. That's 3. That's 3 coats there. And but the nice thing is it allows you to, if you're going to do these pre-shading things, the cracked acrylics really are nice because it doesn't like cover too much, and you're like, I just, you know, covered everything that I wanted this to show through. It, you know, yeah, the shading on that, it just gives it detail. And then I think with misting the white, the lighter white, I keep saying white, the lighter gray on top to give the highlights on the top, because I'll just use just a real light mist to pull a little, because I think the ship is in a little bit of a lighter gray, but that'll bring it up. I think that'll be great. So let me continue on painting all these other 3 halves, and we'll bring you an update. Well, hello and welcome back. We are going to paint this last saucer half. I showed you what the other ones look like, but let's get on painting this very last one. What I like to do is go around and hit this bottom edge. And we'll head on up these. Breezing through this color like hell. How much I got in there, but now I'm kind of just going lightly because the cracked acrylics kind of take a little bit to cover, but then that works to our advantage when it comes to with still wanting to see some of this black pre-shade. I just do light little layers in multiples. I think I was getting to 3 to do it pretty much. And that includes going this direction, and I kind of have to come in another direction. Then I'll kind of come from this way. so you hit those sides. And I don't have my air flowing so you can hear me. This stuff here is not, toxic. The only thing I'm smelling is I put a little bit of isopropyl alcohol in it to help it even dry even faster. And it helps thin it out really nice too. But I think I had that shooting a little hard there in the beginning. And I can just go through in any areas that look a little too dark. Because I know a whole jar of what I was mixing up was lasting me a whole saucer. I don't know if this is going to. I don't know why. I might have had it set a little high when I was doing that other piece. Dryer, it doesn't take much. And I just keep repeating the same thing. You don't have to hit too much in the trench because when I'm going up on the sides and in the overlapping of that, it's kind of hitting them pretty good. Sometimes I hit a little bit in there, but I don't have to go crazy. And again, I'm coming around this way, go the opposite. So I get some of the detail on this side. Same thing in the trench. I guess they're trenches. I don't know what you'd actually call them. You can definitely tell that it's a little drier there, and because it's drying a lot faster than it did yesterday. Stay a little dry because it's dry, pretty dry before I even have to hit it with the blow dryer. Yesterday I had to hit it with the blow dryer. Yeah, yesterday I had to hit it with a blow dryer to get them all dried up. Let me look, see how much I got in here. I did touch up a little bit on the one. I didn't do that much. I got something here. Yeah. Got some in here. And it's almost there. It's almost to where the other ones are, because then I'm going to do this lighter gray and mist it on top just to give it all those different tones, because this is a little darker than it should be, you know. What the hell's going on now? There we go. I think from opening that lid, I just lost suction. There's kind of a little, where I drilled, there's a little hole, or a little spiral from the drilling out plastic. Let's get that out of here. I thought I got all those out. It's not a big deal. It didn't cover anything. Yeah, because before I could see exactly where I started by the time I made it around. Here there's another little, I got all you. There's that one, there's one here I see. Get them off here. There. Well, I didn't really check this piece before I started, did I? It's looking about good, especially once we go down this way. Like I said, I want that shading, so I don't want to cover it too much. This is kind of like the Star Destroyer too. You know, I'll probably do something similar. Plus, I'm going to do the Aztecing kind of thing too, where I do a darker gray, put some tape in weird patterns, and then do a lighter gray. But I'll probably do a black, then do the darker gray in spots, and I'll see how that might work. Alright, let's see. Let's dry this. See how our edges look. Really good. So I think that's it. I'll go put it up to reference with the other ones. Make sure we're in the same you know, kind of vibe. Well, I might go a little more. And it's just in spots. Like I said, I think I'm going to do a lot of it from this direction. So it gives me a lot of that shadowing front that you'll see. I think I'm out of paint. No, it's just being stubborn. There we go. I might have had to open the pressure up. Yeah. The biggest problem is that it dries a little darker once it dries, so that's why I like to dry it. I'm liking that. And then I'm going to do a quick shoot up like this, right up the center. And I think that's it. That should be it. I don't want to go too dark because, like I said, I'm going to do another light mist of the lighter gray to give some different things going on there, a more shadowing feel to it. But that looks great. I'm really happy with that. All right, so the last saucer piece as far as the base coat is done. I wonder if I have a little tape because these are going to want to go away. So I can tape these tops and bottoms, the center top and center bottom down. And am I going to need to mix more paint? Probably. Depends on how much these take. Now these I forgot to do the black. I'm going to see what they're going to look like. Plain. I probably should do the black. Yeah, I'm thinking I should. We're out of paint. Oh, there's still a good amount in there. Let me take a look at something here. It's the only thing about that particular airbrush, it never stays quite right. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit those with a black, because I'm not really, it's not the same. Think this I am going to want to turn on my vent. So sorry about the noise. And I'll mix up a quick batch of this gray again. Go. Could have done that in the first place. Well, there's a whole lot it needs to do. Those got to get done too. There we go, that dried up really quick. Well, I'm going to pause, I'm going to make some more gray up, and I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. Got this all set up and ready to go. Let's do this the right way. Dry. For another coat. Yeah, that's much better. Oh, and I gotta remember something. I wanted to cut those. I believe that's what I wanted to do with those. Is cut a notch in there so I can put some I'm still not sure if I really want to do that, if I want to put some orange lights or red up in here to kind of give it something going on besides the blue and the white there. And it wouldn't take me but a second. I already have the tool in here too. I'm also mid-painting here, which kind of sucks. thing is the craft acrylic dries really quick. I can touch it already. Wonder if I should hit that black in there quick too. I mean, no light bleeds through that. Let's see if I can really quick cut those 2, 4, 5 little slots, but I'm looking for my glasses because I am blind as a bat when it comes to looking at something that close. Let's see if I can do that. I have to do it off camera because I don't want to be over there. No, you know what? I might not even. Oh yeah. So let me cut real quick and I'll do that and then we'll be right back again. Sorry. Well, okay folks, that didn't take long at all. I got those notches cut out so I can get a little bit of a burr there. So I can stick some lighting up there and just have some type of something going on there. And then I'll stick some lights in those spots underneath, but now at least you can see, I don't know, I can't get any light, but you can see there's light coming through there. There's these little nubs I'll have to grind down because you can kind of see them through the openings. Make sure there's still a little bit of a burr there. I'm going to try to make sure these openings look clean. That saw did a good job, that little saw for the Dremel. I really love that. Cuts a nice, yeah, there we go, because that's, I want to look all chewed up. And those little burrs will make it look like it was sawed open instead of molded that way. There we go. That's all it needed. Now we can continue on with painting. Get that hair dryer down there. There we go. Now we're ready. Let's get in there because I want to do the pre-painting now with the holes already there. So that it gets some color in the actual openings a little bit. And there we go. I think that's it. Don't dare to go too much more because, like I said, these are going to get hit with that light mist as well. So, I like that a lot. And we can even set them on top so we know what they're looking like. And I'll show you guys later, but I'm just kind of doing this for my reference. Oh yeah, they look good. Alright, now do we do I'm going to use a big thing of tape. We do all our little pieces here. Two of them. Ah, you stuck. go. Do a quick full-on dump. Now make sure we don't have, like stuff like that. So that's going to be hidden, so I'm not worried about it. But just so it fits good. And there's, I think, 10 of these, because there's 5 in the top, 5 in the bottom. And these were only connected to the sprue on 2 points, so it's just going to be those outer edges. Bonk. And bonk. Like I said, they're going to sit in a notch, so you won't really see any of those little bumps anyway, but I want to make sure it fits on the ship. I could have put... Oh boy. I'm going to have to tighten up some of these. It's not crucial. I got 10 of those little ones I gotta go on here too. You can have you hanging off the edge here. There we go. Now these little guys, where are they connected? There. Which goes against the saucer. Probably there. I need to sit down. My back is not gonna like it if I keep leaning over like that. Oh, it's there on the side. There it is. One little spot there, and then one spot on the side. But actually, they came off the trees pretty cleanly. But the back one's a little nubby. That side one came up pretty clean. You could always go and sand them, but like I said, none of this, the way these pieces fit, you're not going to really see any of that. It's funny because even Star Wars, they left stuff like that. They left all the gate molding, the little circles where plastic was pushed out and all that stuff. They left them on there. Like on the Falcon, you could clean them up, but I left them on there when I built my Falcon because it actually gives that realism to what they did. They didn't sand or putty any of that stuff up. It's so small to the whole scheme of the whole ship that it wouldn't even matter. Like I said, you never can see it. But then if you do look up close and say, oh, I can see all those gate marks, from the molding and the casting of those parts. But you'd be like, well, that's accurate to the actual Falcon. The Falcon had that on it as well. All the kit bashing parts, they didn't clean them up that well. Not at all. Just probably cut the nubs off the trees. Alright, let's hit it with a black. they would have done it for real. I was watching a thing on Tested, Adam Savage, and he was talking about how that is, and I think, or something else, where, you know, what we do, we like to take our time and make it look right, but when they're doing that for movies, it's all about get it done and quick as possible. And if something's not seen, don't worry about it. But, so this is kind of how they would do it, David. Paint, blow dry, immediately do base coat, not let this sit for hours. So I always pick paints that will dry quick. I had that other black that I did, that I painted the saucers black with, and it takes forever to dry. It's tacky and everything. So, but if I need something quick, which I'll use it for when I know I'm going to let it sit and cure for a night. But for this, they're dry. I have another black primer that dries really quick. So here we go. These I want to kind of go more up from the top. Got to hit some of the sides. Just so we make sure we get the coverage on the sides. There's a lot of grill work that I don't want to over color. So I want that to show up. Really nice. And the acrylic paints always dry fast. You know, I just speed it up with the blow dryer. I'm trying to come down from a more upper position. These grids are going to come out nice, but those might get a little darker, but that's okay because washes, I plan on doing a wash as well. Like, everything will look light now. But as you see, I don't know if it shows up in the camera how it starts to darken as soon as I dry it. You might see it on the tape. All of a sudden it just darkens like a shade or two. Boy, and I think that might be all they need. Yep. I am happy with that. Might do one little... There we go. Bring up a section of the saucer over. Let's see if it drives. Yeah. And like I said, these pieces up. No, these to the bottom, so it won't have it. Or those are the inner saucers. Oh, and here's with the top part on, or the bottom on this case. These big pieces go across here, and then these go up in here, right at the beginning. They'll cover like this. So that'll look good. Yep, I like it. So we are done with the dark gray. Now we need to do the light gray, which I will save for another day because it's getting late, and I do have a day job, unfortunately. But that looks great. So I'm glad you got to see that. Very simple. This kit's coming together. It's looking good for such a simple kit. Till next time, thanks for watching.